Evo, dobrodošli na drugi dan Moodlemota Hrvatska. Evo, 16. put. Jučer smo stvarno imali vrlo zanimljive prezentacije koje su nam pokazali kako se koriste alati umjetne inteligencije za unapređenje nastave, ali i stvarno lijepa iskustva rada u sustavu Moodle. Imali smo 2 pozvana predavanja, danas evo imamo 3. pozvano predavanje. Danas ćemo se malo baviti i sa alatima za provjeru autentičnosti radova, nečim što nas dosta muči sve kada i pišu studenti naše SSK, odnosno završne i doktorske radove. Srce već godinama je zapravo distribucijski centar za softvere za provjeru autentičnosti radova i naš evo tim za provjeru autentičnosti radova u Srcu zbilja se trudi pomoći i ustanovama i nastavnicima u korištenju tih alata. I danas smo evo priveli kolegu iz Turnitina da malo kaže što oni planiraju danas sa tim alatom i kako se on još može koristiti, posebice za nas u vrijeme umjetne inteligencije kada ona može stvarno napisati perfektne stvari, pa kako onda se nositi sa time što studenti pišu, a što je autentično, što nije. Tako da ću se ja sad prebaciti na engleski jezik. Hi, Lluis. This is Sandra. Welcome to Moodlemot Croatia. We are in the second day of Moodlemot today. And I just briefly said to the audience that as Srce is distribution center for Turnitin for a number of years, that it is very good to hear what Turnitin is up to in the age of AI about authentic student papers. Lluis Becerra is regional manager for Turnitin. He will provide you with the presentation today titled Building Academic Excellence in the Age of AI, Pivoting from Academic Integrity, Focused on Authorship Towards Learning Integrity. We have been working with Lluis for, I would say, seven years now. He was in Srce once when we were discussing purchasing the tools for authenticity of authorship of papers. So he's quite well acquainted with what we are doing. I would now give floor to Lluis to present what's going on with Turnitin and these softwares today in AI era. So, Lluis, floor is yours. Thank you.
Hi, Sandra. Well, thank you very much for this presentation, this invitation, and good morning, everyone, and welcome to this session. And well, first of all, for those who may not know us, I would like to tell you a bit about Turnitin and our mission. As Turnitin is currently a global leader in educational technology, we were born in 1998 on the campus of the UC Berkeley in California, created by a group of professors who were looking for a solution for reviewing student papers. And what started as a pioneering system for textual plagiarism prevention has radically evolved. Today, we are a comprehensive platform for authentic assessments and academic integrity, capable of analyzing human authorship, detecting the use of AI intelligence, and optimizing grading processes for educators. We partner with more than 16,000 institutions around the world and protect the work of over 50 million active students worldwide. Below here, I'm showing some of the ways of academic misconduct that have emerged and evolved over the years, and obviously it will continue to do so. As you can see, over time, technology and the internet have made it easier for other types of misconduct to emerge, such as collusion, that is the unauthorized collaboration between students, contract cheating, essay meals, and AI paraphrasing. As these methods become increasingly sophisticated, it becomes no longer enough to just check for text similarity. This requires ongoing efforts to build a culture of integrity that supports authentic learning outcomes and empowers students to excel through their original work. Because change is constant in education, but we have never seen anything like these technological changes of the last few years. While schools have successfully adopted calculators, the internet, the smartphones, the sudden explosion of generative artificial intelligence has bypassed gradual adoption, catapulting academia into an immediate state of revolution. This isn't just a change in how students research. It represents a fundamental shift in how knowledge is generated. Because, as we can see from these Cortex statistics, there has already been an explosion in AI adoption among students, both in text generation and in its use during assessments. Practically every student is currently using AI. And in just a single year, adoption has surged from 66% to today's 92%. That is the first percentage you can see here on the screen. And well, for decades, educators acted as gatekeepers of authenticity. The battleground of academic integrity was fought over plagiarism, copy-pasting, and ghostwriting. If a student turned in an essay, the primary concern was verifying the ownership. However, the rise of generative AI has fundamentally shifted this paradigm. When any student can generate a flawless, well-structured essay or a complex block of code in seconds, focusing solely on the final product becomes a bit obsolete. We can no longer measure intelligence by a student's ability to compile information. Instead, the focus must shift from output to outcome and from compliance to comprehension. In this new reality, traditional methods of assessment have lost their footing. For 25 years, the question was, did the student produce this work? But today, the key question is, has meaningful learning actually occurred? And to understand and to presume why this technological shift is unprecedented, we must look at three critical areas. First of all, the depth of the final product. As we are saying, for generations, a well-written essay or a flawless line of code was proof of competence. But today, because AI can mimic these outputs in seconds, the final product is no longer a reliable metric of human intelligence. Secondly, we have the speed of adoption. Unlike previous technological shifts that took a decade to fully integrate into classrooms, generative tools have become ever-present virtually overnight, leading educators to rewrite rules in real time. And last but not least, we are shifting from retention to synthesis, because when information is infinitely available and instantly organized by machines, the human competitive advantage shifts. Education is no longer about remembering facts, but about synthesizing, questioning, and applying them critically. Ultimately, technology has forced us to return to the core purpose of education. The goal is no longer to produce students who can write like machines, but to foster human beings who can, and will continue to do, think deeply, creatively, and critically. In short, we are experiencing a strategic pivoting from the integrity of the authorship to the integrity of the learning, where the focus is on guiding and monitoring the student journey. Rather than an inconvenience, AI must become an invaluable strategic ally for educational institutions during this transition. And to provide an effective response to this, Turnitin has created Clarity, becoming the student writing space that brings transparency to the writing process. Students draft their essays and instructors can see how the work comes together. We are really excited about this product release because in the age of AI, students feel protected, knowing that the authenticity of the work is clear, and teachers can see how they are applying research, writing, and citation skills as they develop their original writing. AI-powered tools are already acting as copilots in many students' learning and writing processes, often without the benefit of an instructor guidance. Turnitin Clarity enabled teachers to integrate the AI assistants into their teaching processes to help students learn how to leverage AI responsibly and writing guidelines and within the guidelines of the institution. Turnitin Clarity also provides educators with visibility into their students' writing process, along with access to data and insights. This helps instructors determine if the work meets the integrity standards of the institution and if it is truly representative of the students' learning. Furthermore, Clarity provides teachers with access to all Turnitin's integrity insights in a single platform, including similarity checking, writing reports, playback, and grading. These insights empowers educators to quickly determine the original of writing work, understand how AI tools may have been used, and have a constructive and true building conversation with students. Additionally, instructors can deliver engaging and personalized feedback at scale, quickly and easily, using feedback tools available with Turnitin, helping students cultivate writing excellence. And now, let's take a look at some of the Clarity key highlights. Because to use Clarity, students write directly within Turnitin. This writing space features the same editing tools they are already used to when working in other editors, such as Word or Google Docs. Furthermore, based on our early user research, we added several additional features to ensure that students can draft their own work entirely within Clarity, from building an outline to writing blocks of text out of consequence. As we say, with Turnitin Clarity, students can access and tackle the writing assignments in one place. This includes access to the assignments instructions, the rubrics, and the composition space to write and edit their submissions over multiple sessions prior to the due date. When they submit it to the instructor, the final version and the student's version stories are saved so students can confidently demonstrate to the educator that the real submissions are original and represent a true representative of their learning journey. The integrated AI assistance tools offer guided support rather than direct answers, fostering students' critical thinking and writing skills. It further promotes open dialogue between instructors and students regarding AI's role in learning, teaching students how to use these tools responsibly. And to facilitate interaction, students can either select from a list of predefined suggested prompts or type their own custom queries. The platform is highly intuitive, and simply highlighting a specific section of text alerts the AI assistant that help is required for a precise area. And most important, the AI assistant doesn't operate in a vacuum. It constantly refers the specific assignment instructions and grading rubrics. This ensures that every recommendation or a bit of guidance it provides remains strictly aligned with the instructor's original guidance and expectations. And well, let's take a look of a couple of examples of the AI assistant in action here. On the left, the students ask the AI chat to write the paper for him or for her. The AI assistants refuse the request, and instead of completing the assignment on the student's behalf, responds suggesting possible ways to structure the paper and provides guidance to help them develop their own work. On the right, in addition to recommending new sources that could reinforce the student argument, the AI assistant identifies that the student has copied a paragraph from a published article without providing a citation. It then explains the academic integrity implication of each issue and guides the student on how to address it correctly through proper citation and attribution. Let's take a closer look at this built-on citation assistant feature, which help students write and cite with confidence. We all know that proper citation is often one of the biggest challenges students face. In many cases, citation errors are not the result of academic dishonesty, but rather confusion, uncertainty, or lack of guidance. Clarity addresses this challenge by acting as a real-time writing coach. As students write, it provides contextual guidance to help them correctly attribute sources, understand citation requirements, and recognize the importance of respecting intellectual property. By embedding this support directly into the writing environment, Clarity reduces the risk and anxiety associated with accidental plagiarism. At the same time, it encourages students to focus on what truly matters, developing their own ideas, strengthening their critical thinking, and confidently expressing their original voice. And now let's look at one of the most valued features of Clarity, that is the writing playback. This capability allows instructors to truly focus on the process of learning rather than just the final product. Imagine being able to watch almost like a video exactly how students build their essay step by step. With writing playback, educators gain visibility into the entire writing timeline, seeing how ideas were organized, which sections were revised, where the student paused to reflect, and how research was integrated. This completely changed the paradigm. We are no longer able to just judge a static document that could have been generated by AI in 5 seconds. Instead, instructors have a transparent window into the authentic student journey and their cognitive flow. It could be an ultimate proof that meaningful learning has actually taken place. Another crucial capability of Turnitin Clarity is giving instructors access to the AI chat stories, which enable them to have truly formative and trust-building conversation with the students regarding the use of AI. Instead of forcing educators into a confrontational role or relying on guesswork, this feature provides a clear, objective, and transparent foundation. By reviewing exactly how a student interacted with the AI assistants, what prompts they use, which suggestions they adopted, and how they integrated that guidance to enrich their writing, the instructor can fully understand the student's intent. This helps us to transform the classroom dynamics. Instead of catching a violator, it shifts the focus toward guiding students to the use of technology ethically and critically. The chat history can become a perfect springboard for a meaningful pedagogical dialogue, allowing professors to say, for example, hey, I see how you leveraged AI to structure this argument. Let's analyze together if that was the best approach and how you can take it a step further. In conclusion, it turns technology into a bridge for trust and continuous learning. And of course, we couldn't overlook a very important and limited resource for any educator: time. This is why having all integrity insights in one place is specifically engineered to save instructors hours of work. In their daily routine, teachers often find themselves jumping from tab to tab, juggling multiple tools just to evaluate a single assignment. One platform for traditional plagiarism, another for the AI detection, another for writing story, and yet another for grading. It's a fragmented and exhausting process. Turnitin Clarity unifies this entire ecosystem, and in a single view, with just a glance, instructors have seamless access to similar checking, AI insights, the writing playback timeline, and grading rubrics. By removing this technological friction, we empower educators to make fast, fair, and data-driven decisions, allowing them to reinvest their precious time into what they do best, delivering quality feedback that truly guides student works. And also, by streamlining workflows and centralizing these insights, we are unlock another impactful human benefit of Turnitin Clarity, allowing instructors to have more time to provide personalized feedback to students, helping them cultivate writing excellence. Because at the end, an educator's true value isn't found in spending hours cross-referencing data or tracking down violations. Their true value shines when they can dive into students' work and provide the kind of tailored guidance that transforms how students think. When we leave the administrative burden and eliminate this technological friction, we give teachers back the precious time that they need to deliver meaningful and high-quality feedback. This personalized approach is what truly inspires students to improve, refine their skills, and reach their full potentials. Ultimately, clarity isn't just about managing technology. It's about reclaiming time for the human connection in teaching, empowering educators to guide the next generation towards true writing excellence. And last but not least, Turnitin Clarity's capabilities extend to a wide variety of assignment types, eliminating the logical headaches and streamlining data collection because through our platform, educators can seamlessly evaluate everything for free, responses, driving questions, multiple choice, math formulas, and short answers. And well, that concludes that presentation. I hope you found it interesting and useful. I'm also sharing my contact details here in case you would like to learn more about how we could adapt all this to a specific scenario or needs of. And now, of course, if we have some time and there is questions, I'll be very happy to answer them live.
Thank you, Lluis. It's very interesting. My idea, it's very good. In one way, it combines, as you said, different resources, technological resources in one, so that you have one place. What about other tools you have? Are you going to keep them, or you are moving everything toward Turnitin Clarity?
Well, that's a refoundation in terms of marketing of how we call it the solutions, but that's a step beyond about everything we had till now. So everything will remain the same, and this is a new add-ons we can add to plagiarism checking, to the AI detection, and to have it a clear view of the student process once they are learning or once they are doing a paper, from reviewing the originality to the most core value nowadays, that is the integrity of all the path.
Yeah. And in which languages do you have now Clarity? Because we are still struggling because we do not have creation in Turnitin originality as well.
Absolutely. In fact, I don't know if as sad as you, but very sad that we don't have still the AI detection in creation. We adopted, or we integrated several languages during 2026, and now our project managers are defining the roadmap for 2027. The good news is that with the LLM systems, things can be faster and easier. So I'm not promising anything, but we are expecting to have a big bunch of new languages during 2027 to be able to respond locally to every situation, especially in Europe, where we have multiple languages, multiple cultures, and multiple ways to teach, I would say too.
Okay, I hope the creation will be one of these languages which you are considering. It would be very, very helpful to us. Okay, do we have some questions from the audience? Okay, yeah. Okay. No, I don't. No. The question was, can we use already Turnitin Clarity within our license of Turnitin Professional? How it's going to work?
Yes, absolutely. From your license, that is Turnitin Originality Check, we can add clarity without no many issues and in a very harmonic way. There's only, I would not say a limitation, but a technical aspect that it's needed to know is that because Turnitin Clarity will work as a standalone, accessing Turnitin as usual, and you will have all these new features in your own license. But by the other side, can be integrated on Moodle and other LLMSs. But the thing is that these integrations needs to be LTI 1.3. Couldn't be with our direct plagiarism plugin. We will have to do another mass redundant integration just to facilitate all these tools. on your
Okay,
ecosystems.
we will talk about it soon, as we have to renew our contract for the next academic year. So we will talk about it soon. Yeah. Moraš.
Just a question regarding changing paradigm. You had one slide, I think a fourth or fifth slide, and where you're showing what was before and what is now regarding using AI or paradigma se mijenjala, ali nisam hvatio do kraja. A ostavio je slajd samo 30 sekundi.
You mean authority to learning change?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that part. Instead of punishing, is just helping to.
Okay, so you're changing from the slide where you had about authority to learning, if I recall it correctly.
Yes.
So can you comment it a little bit more?
Black slide with.
Wait a second, because I'm a bit lost. I mean, this is the presentation. So
yes.
Next.
Yes, this one.
This one.
So yes, well, that's the current pivoting that we are experimenting nowadays. What is happening? That students nowadays doesn't are the unique creators of their work normally. That's an evidence and that's a reality we need to accept. Nowadays, students are co-creating their papers with the AI. So focusing on the authorship has less value than before, because we don't have as 100% confidence that this paper is done by students. So to reinforce the academic integrity as should be, we should pivoting from the integrity of the final product to the integrity of the assessment, to the integrity of the process of learning. That's because with clarity, we can see all the journey of the students, not just the final product, but also how he, for example, is using AI to achieve this product. Because the AI will be used, that's for sure. So let's integrate it onto the writing process as an ally to fundament that journey and that academic integrity on this journey.
Yeah, so we are shifting the focus on what we evaluate or assess in the end. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Lluis, for being with us today for the presentation, and bye from Zagreb. We'll be in touch. Bye.
Okay, Sandra, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for the invitation. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.